What's up, YouTube? We're here today making a tier list video for the Marvel movies, trying to hype ourselves up for Doctor Strange this week. So this is just our opinion. It's not final.
Yes, sir.
We're giant Marvel nerds, so it's pretty accurate. So we're gonna rank all of the movies until all the way up to Doctor Strange 2. So we're gonna start.
We got 3 people voting on each placement: me, Dustin, and Jaden.
Yes, so easy way to get a tiebreaker out.
All right,
So
let's start.
Butch. All right. Iron Man 1. Where are we putting that? I would say for sure B tier at least. B or A.
I would give it B.
I agree with that.
I feel like it's still a great movie, but compared to the other movies that come out, it's not. It doesn't live up as much as it. You know what I mean? Compared to the newer ones. But it's still an amazing movie. You gotta respect it too. Iron Man 2. I put that in C. What do you guys think? C? Because I don't think.
But that's like top C. That's like top C.
I wish I could do like a C plus or anything.
If they had let Mickey Rourke do more, I think it would have been B. But it's a C for me.
Wait, why did B and...
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Let's get a cut.
There we go. All right. I was trying to.
We're back.
So yeah, I'd say high C. So like we'll say like high C is like the rank it is in.
Yeah.
We can always.
And then like this is probably like the top of the B's right now.
All right, Iron Man 3.
I put it's still in C also.
That's a low C, not higher than Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
I agree. It's worse than C.
Captain America.
Just because. B.
I'd say C.
I'm saying B.
You say B?
It's a good origin. It's a good origin story.
All right,
it's equal to Iron Man 1, I would say.
I'd say that's true. Okay, so
you know what we're saying for this one?
Yeah, definitely be an A. Actually, I put an S.
I put S.
Now
that was an Oscar.
Civil War. Also S. I don't think.
I would put A.
I say A.
You say A?
Yes, because hear me out. It's good, but I think of S as like just like it had Spider-Man and everything, but it's not like Winter Soldier and it's not like Endgame caliber, you know?
I don't know, man. I
still a great movie.
So many rewatches and everything of that. I agree with A, but for me it's still S tier.
I think it's gonna fall into the No Way Home category where as an experience it's an S tier, but as a movie it's an A tier.
Yeah.
See, as a movie I still watch it real, but I get what you guys saying. It's Guardians.
No, like when I say movie I mean like plot,
Guardians.
Okay, Guardians.
The first Guardians is definitely an A for me.
It's either low A or high B.
I'd say low A.
I'm okay with low A.
Now, Guardians 2.
Low A because of soundtrack. Guardians 2 is D.
You guys say D?
Yes.
That is horrible.
I say D at least. But
the only good thing about that movie is the after credits.
Is Cosmo the dog?
Nah, man, there's so many good movies.
Wait, actually, that's in
that. Fucking Rocket in the ship. Yondu's.
No, man. No.
It's so funny. But what about Ant-Man?
I would put B.
This is gonna come from someone whose favorite character is Ant-Man, and it's a B tier.
B tier.
Did you say S?
No, B.
Oh, I was like, damn.
I was like, I could not put that over anything else.
Yeah, I couldn't put it above
I put definitely C. I don't think it's a D tier movie. It's just a good movie. It's just like a movie you throw on just to throw on.
I put it high C, in all honesty.
High C.
I'd put it mid C.
I wouldn't put it above Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it above the 2 we have there right now.
Yeah.
That's fair.
This one's definitely a D for me.
Okay.
You can say,
I think it's at least C. It's better than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would say low C.
You say low C?
I would say low C at worst. Or at best.
2-1. I'll put it in C, but it's still a D for me.
Okay. Black Panther.
God. Black Panther's definitely
B. I don't think it's.
I put it in Ant-Man for sure.
I don't think it's above the other two.
No,
I agree with that
it's
placement
definitely
right
above
there.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Avengers 1, A, off the bat.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give it an A.
Age of Ultron. For me,
Wait, is Avengers 1 above?
I think it's perfect where it's at right there.
I'd
Okay,
say,
yeah.
Civil War is still at the top. Guardians 2 would be second. Arguably, it's a better movie, but Avengers is just classic and an amazing movie.
Agreed.
Avengers, Age of Ultron. I love this movie, actually.
I'm saying A.
Yeah, I don't care if you what do you say, Dustin?
Personally, I'd put it B, but I'm fine with it going in A.
Like the Vision, the
I'd say,
Ultron, the new characters.
I know a lot of people said it was
Scarlet
messy,
Witch.
like there was too much. But for me, as a comic book fan, I didn't think it was too much at all.
I just think it was too early for Ultron.
I could say that, but I still love how they played him in the movie. Like, I know that they weren't because they saved the whole time traveling shit for Thanos later. That's usually what they do
Yeah.
with Ultron. So it's like I respect it, and then they still wouldn't have the OG cast go against Ultron. I love that movie. So now Infinity
I
War,
agree.
S tier
Not
for me.
S.
Definitely S tier.
Yeah,
Definitely above Winter Soldier.
that's fair.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's probably one of my favorite movies of all time is Infinity War. That's how much I love that movie. Endgame.
Come on, man. Put it at the top. A?
S? You put S?
It's S.
Hear me
Easily.
out. Hear me out. As an experience, it's an S tier.
Experience S tier.
As a movie, it's an A tier.
Because it's
I would put it at the.
Wow.
So it's like Infinity War you can rewatch 1,000 times, and it's like in game
Wow.
you show up there, right, for the in the movie theater. It's amazing, right? But like you don't just put that on, rewatch it, and like watch your favorite scenes from in game, like on day to day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You're gonna go straight to mostly the ending fight, and then the time traveling heist. But everyone forgets that there's a whole hour before that of just them resetting from the battle. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's still amazing movie. It's still amazing movie, but it's not as good as Infinity War. Infinity War is something different.
Nowhere near.
All right, Spider-Man 1. I'd say I'm fine with low A, high B.
I'd say high B.
High B above.
I'd say the highest B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like it. I love it. No Way Home. I mean, No Home. Far From Home. I put B also.
I'd put it above Homecoming.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like Far From Home, and I don't know why, because I fucking love Far From Home.
Wait, what did you say?
A lot of people don't like Far From Home. Like, they think it's bad.
They're
wild, it, bro.
Mysterio was
like,
crazy.
oh, this is when it turns into a Disney Channel movie. Like, they'll say shit like that. I'm like, no. The movie's great.
He got hit by a train, bro. And
yeah, they're like,
just the
he has
illusion
no consequences. I'm like, bro, he got hit by a fucking train. The Mysterio visuals were awesome. The fighting at the end with him, like, I love when they were the first movie to do like Spider-Man comic book Spider-Man, where he's just like flipping around, dodging bullets when he was fighting all those drones. I haven't seen a Spider-Man do that in live action yet. Like, that craziness, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, No Way Home. A tier.
I'd put it A tier.
I agree. I would.
It's kind of the same as Endgame.
Yeah. So you think it's higher than Endgame or lower?
Lower.
What
would you put, Dustin?
What, Dustin?
I'd say
I would put it above.
I put above Endgame too.
Just from the sheer
I'm way more of a Spider-Man fan.
Compared to as a solo movie compared to a group movie.
Yeah, because this was like basically unheard of. Like, we all wished it, but we didn't think they were actually going to go through with it.
But on top of that,
knew Endgame's coming out. Like, you and me actually predicted half the shit that was going to happen in Endgame, Aaron. Like, when I said only way Iron Man is dying is with the Infinity Gauntlet. You said
true.
Captain America's going to lift the hammer. We all thought, we all said our crazy theories for No Way Home, and we're like, there's no way they're actually.
The plot of No Way Home is kind of lacking.
The plot of No Way Home, the plot of No Way Home is just
amazing.
getting you set up for
characters,
like Spider-Man multiverse. Like, that's really what it is. Like, it's not. I wasn't going into it expecting it to be. The plot of No Way Home to me is literally like straight comic book Spider-Man. Like, it's not taking itself too seriously, and it's not trying to make a groundbreaking story. Like, we need to have all this is like, hey, this is what's happening. There's a fucking spell. Now we're in a different dimension. Deal with it. You know what I mean?
But I mean, and you also think this caps off the origin story. So
Yeah,
the
and
plot
yeah,
is
the way
kind
the way it brings together his origin story, I love.
Okay, fair. I disagree that it's better than Endgame, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Shang-Chi, A tier for me.
S.
You put an S too? Okay. Because
I put it in S.
I didn't think you was gonna also agree it's an S. What about you, Aaron?
I would say A. Like, it's a great movie, but
Well, see, if Civil War is up here in S tier, Shang-Chi has to be an S tier for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at it like this. There's not a whole lot it does wrong.
There's really
And
not.
even like the worst character from Iron Man 3, well, one of the worst characters in why can't I
Is
think
in
of his
Shang-Chi
name?
and it was funny. Shang-Chi,
Yeah, but he's a
amazing
great
action,
character.
amazing soundtrack. Plot is actually, damn, the plot is
The
actually deep. Yeah, like the plot was hella
the
good.
only
Though I
the
actually did not think
only
they killed the mom like that, like until midway through the movie.
yeah, the only knock I have on it is the CGI with the dragon at the
Dragon.
end. Other than that,
My
it's
my only
pretty
knock is
much
I don't want to say that they killed the dad because I fucking love the Mandarin in that movie.
yeah. But I mean, I feel like it was needed for that movie.
I guess I hope they bring him back. Like I hope they somehow, I don't know, Dweller in Darkness guy, Underworld somehow. I don't care how they do it. If they do like a whole Spider-Man saying like fucking a spell awakened his spirit, I will be fine with it. He came back. Not even gonna lie, because I liked the dad so much. He was just so savage in that movie, and I liked how he wasn't just a straight villain, like doing shit for no reason. Like he was he's a villain. Got so good at being a villain, got bored, and then wasn't like he wasn't like battling like, oh, I want to be back to being a villain. He's like, no, I'll actually be a good guy. And then they kill his wife, and he's like, fuck that, I'm a villain.
He was like he was like pinnacle. Well, not the pinnacle, but he was like one of the top. Like, he's not phase four
Yeah,
villains
he's
where they started like really getting good.
yeah. I feel like it's one good thing about Phase 4 is that they really try to go deeper into character development lately.
The villains definitely got much better.
The villains have gotten a lot better, yeah, that's for sure. All right, let's go back. Thor 1. I'd say
C.
D. I'd say C.
No, I said C.
Oh, you said C. Yeah, I was actually.
Yeah.
I would not put that in D. It's not that bad of a movie.
I put it above Captain Marvel.
Definitely above Captain Marvel. That's for sure.
I still disagree with
definitely
Shang-Chi
above
being
it.
above Endgame and Spider-Man.
I mean, if we're putting Civil War in,
movie wise, like not
yeah,
just
if we're
experience wise.
talking straight movie, Shang-Chi is a better movie.
Straight movie, yeah.
Mhm.
Plot wise, like
Like,
all
across
together,
the
it's a
board.
better movie. Spider-Man's a great movie for Spider-Man lovers. But
Like, Spider-Man's a good movie, and it makes the other two better. But as a solo movie,
as a solo movie, unless you're a Spider-Man fan and you've seen the other two movies, it's like my family. I showed the Spider-Man to them, and they just kept asking me questions throughout the whole movie. You know, but they never said one question in Shang-Chi. And my family texted me at work saying like, "This is one of the best movies I've seen in a while," because it's just all around great movie.
All right.
All right, Thor: Dark
Next
World,
movie.
definitely D
G.
tier. Definitely D tier. Ragnarok.
S. Better than Shang-Chi.
I don't know if I'd put it there. I put it A. What do you think, Dustin?
uh, I have to put it in S, but below Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Only because of what it did for
True,
Thor.
it saved his series. It saved his
Like,
franchise.
because comic accurate Thor was never gonna work in the MCU. He's not.
I mean, this Thor is pretty as close to comic accurate as you'll get. Because even in the comics,
Yeah,
he didn't take himself too seriously. Like, yeah, he was a god and everything, but like they're Vikings and shit. You know, he's boastful and arrogant in the comics. And I feel like in these movies they're trying to make him too humble, like Dark World and shit, instead of just being like boastful, arrogant, not too smart Thor. You know what I mean?
yeah. Now we have Chad Thor.
Now we have Chad Thor, and that's how you should have been. Eternals, I'd put B tier.
B?
Yeah, I put B. I would not put it above Black Panther, but I'd put it above Ant-Man.
I don't know. What do you think, Aaron?
I would put it A. But I'm an Eternal. Like I fuck with the Eternals, and like the cinematography of the movie was insane.
I feel you. I just don't think I could put Eternals above Black Panther or Spider-Man Far From Home.
See, I like Eternals. It's just really hard for me with the Deviants. It was such a wasted.
The Deviants was a big, and then like I respect their balls for killing characters, but I just don't like how they killed Gilgamesh. He was so cool. He was so good.
See, I'm actually okay with them killing him. I think the
only reason they killed him was because they didn't want him to fight Icarus with fucking.
Of course.
No, and it helped Thena's story.
Yeah, but
I would put it in B.
You put it B. Okay, we're doing B.
I
put it. I couldn't put it above any of these. Like in terms of.
You can make an argument for above Black Panther, but not the other four.
I love Black Panther too much to put it above Black Panther. I know you guys think it's.
I would put it above Black Panther.
I'd say Black Panther's still better. What do you think, Dustin? I'll move it if you think it's above Black Panther. Like genuinely.
I think story wise, Black Panther's better. It's just that final fight scene is so bad in Black Panther.
Yeah, but I think that like story wise, soundtrack wise, and experience wise, Black Panther is better than Eternals. Eternals, world building wise, cinematography, and just like overall talent cast is better. But these guys play the roles to the T, and I'd have to put it above Eternals just for that.
I can agree with that. And I think it comes down to honestly Killmonger versus the Deviants. I know Icarus is technically the main villain, but
yeah, but Killmonger is way more iconic as a
Icarus isn't the villain.
He's the villain of
weird one.
He was just doing his job. Everybody else betrayed him.
Icarus Stan.
No.
I'm sticking out moral question.
If he,
that's
the planet would have died, but billions would have lived. Like billions would have been created. So it's like, is he really a bad guy?
Well, that's the same thing as Killmonger, but I feel like Killmonger portrayed that better than Icarus did.
I can second that.
Well, let's move on. Doctor Strange. That's actually a hard one for me, but I'd say B is pretty good for it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd definitely put it above Ant-Man. What do you think? Is it above Eternals?
No, I wouldn't put it above.
No, I'd put it right in between Eternals and Ant-Man. I think that's fair.
All right.
Go ahead and slap the next one in D. I don't even want to talk.
Yeah.
I wish there was an F tier. I really do.
Okay. I do think it is better than Thor: The Dark World, though.
That is true. I will say that.
True.
I can't get through Doers of Dark World at all, but I could definitely.
But hey, remember what they did to Taskmaster?
You're right.
I know. That's why it's a B tier.
But Taskmaster is still more memorable than Malekith.
Yeah, Thor's just so boring. Like
I would rather watch Thor 2 than Black Widow again.
Like it's so bad. It's so sad because it has great moments in the movie, but the overall movie is just so shit. Like I remember sitting in the theater wanting that movie to end, and that's the only time I've ever felt like that in a Marvel movie.
I agree.
I was like that for Black Widow.
I didn't see Black Widow in theaters, so
I saw Black Widow in theaters, and I still liked it. I still liked it until the only time I said in Black Widow I want this movie to end is when Taskmaster was a girl.
Yeah, no, and like not even the regular.
Like I don't necessarily have a problem with it. Just the fact that Taskmaster was changed so much.
Yeah,
because his origin is so good in the comics too. There's no reason to change it like at all.
Yeah,
just him being a photographic guy who wanted to be a superhero and then said, you know what, actually I'll just be a mercenary, whatever. That's it, this is simple. Doesn't have to have any, he could be a easy recurring villain, and it doesn't have to any other motive besides I'm just making some money.
God, that pissed me off.
That really behind you.
I just can't believe they did it.
Yeah, I know, that was really annoying.
I think that's it. That's everything, right?
Yeah, well, that's everything until Doctor Strange. Which, let's be honest, will be going in A or S tier.
Well, I feel like it's probably heavy on the fan service.
For what?
Doctor Strange. So I feel like that's gonna fall in the Spider-Man and Endgame kind of like.
I don't think it's gonna be
like, you know.
See, like I have high hopes for Doctor Strange movie. I don't think it's gonna be above Spider-Man or Endgame though.
No, I'm just saying like it's kind of like not fan service, but it is to a point.
Cameo wise.
Yeah.
Fair.
And them cutting down the movie to 2 hours and 6 minutes.
That's the only thing that scares me.
I gotta see how they do it with like pacing in it. Unless I kind of hope they do this, and I was thinking about it last night while I was taking a shower. If at the end they just slap on a
part 2,
like there's gonna be a part 2, exactly. If there's gonna be a part 2,
Wanda's Multiverse of Madness.
I mean,
yeah, just something like that. That would make like because there's just so much to like story. Like no matter what happens in this, it's not gonna end, you know. So like continue it into a part 2.
I mean, this just launches
more money.
It just launches it into so many different directions it can go, especially considering or depending on who the acting villain of the movie is.
Yeah, because I think Wanda gets a solo movie coming up fairly soon.
First one. I think it's been overdue.
Now, do we think Vision shows up?
I think so.
Most likely. Yeah.
I hope
makes
so.
No sense for him to not show up. It's the only franchise he's a part of right now.
Yeah, it makes sense, especially with them with a big probably chunk of the movie will be them trying to get the kids.
Now here's a question: where do you think Vision went when he just flew away? And why wouldn't he stop and help Wanda?
I mean, he probably just went off on his own. He just got his memories back.
So in the comics, there's a storyline where when Vision comes back after being destroyed, and he's the White Vision, he's like, "Yeah, I have all your memories. I know that you loved Wanda, and like all that shit, and I should too. But I'm just looking at your memories. It doesn't mean that I had those memories. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the same thing that White Vision did in the show. He's like, yeah, I got your memories and everything. I know you loved,
but they're not mine.
They're not mine, even though we're the same person. Like you're dead. You know what I mean? I'm like a new body for you, but I still didn't. I didn't experience that shit through you. So I think he just like went away to like just go figure out like what he wants to do. Maybe they'll adapt the Vision's comic where he makes his own family, the robot family, and they bring in
Viv.
Yeah,
Viv.
That whole comic is amazing, and it's dark too. So if they wanted to
go technically route, she could be on the Young Avengers.
Yes, or if they do it because they have Kamala Khan now, I feel like they should do the Champions instead of the Young Avengers. Like they should have the Young Avengers, but I feel like the Champions they should also do. Because once they,
I agree.
When they bring in Miles Morales, all they gotta do is since they don't know what to do with the freaking Hulk, they could do Amadeus Cho.
Sure. Yeah, and then they do. I just think the next thing's gonna be Young Avengers.
If they're bringing in the X-Men, Young Avengers is the next for sure. Yeah, but I feel like they could easily break away and do an MCU version of the Champions. At least doesn't have to be exactly from the comics. But they can easily get a Nova, Kamala Khan. Let's say they don't have freaking Miles Morales, but they have Peter Parker lead them because this is the youngest Peter Parker still. It's not like comics.
Yeah.
So they got Peter Parker lead him instead of Miles Morales.
So, but I think those two team ups will be it's Young Avengers and Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Secret Wars.
Secret Wars is one
potentially down the line.
Secret Wars is what I'm the most hyped for. Battle World. I remember telling you about that comment back in high school, Aaron. Remember, like I would show you the stills every time a new came out.
And like we'd watch the YouTube video.
Yeah, I'd be sending him the YouTube videos, and then like I'd be looking up. Oh yeah, because they used to post the whole comic online on YouTube.
Yeah, and we would just watch them like that.
Yeah, or Comics Explained or Comics Historian reading a chapter and shit. Like I just that whole arc and everything, and the lead up to it where they're like killing the other worlds. They can do so much with that in the MCU, like cameos and everything. They could bring back Iron Man for sure. All that stuff.
Now, who do we think the Illuminati is?
Professor X, Definitely Reed Richards.
Captain Carter.
Captain Carter. Maybe Supreme Strange.
I'm hoping they do either Namor or Black Bolt or both because they're just on it already.
I don't think they're gonna do. I don't think they're gonna do Black Bolt because Inhumans
or Killmonger
show was such a failure that I don't think they want to bring up those characters at all again. That's why they changed Kamala Khan from being an Inhuman to, I don't know, getting her powers from a bracelet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think they'll do Namor because they've already basically set up like Namor's there. Like I feel like they're setting up the big Namor versus Wakanda war thing because they had like the earthquakes.
Now, do we think Michael B. Jordan shows up as Black Panther or Killmonger?
That would be sick. I don't know if it will happen, but I hope it does. But
and I think Monica's mom, because they showed it in the trailer.
You think it's Monica's mom instead of Monica just with short hair?
Yeah, well, they showed it in the trailer, no?
Yeah, they showed it.
They showed it, but like it could just be Monica with short hair. Like she could just cut off her afro.
True, but I think they're saving her for
the Marvels.
Yeah, and then give the mom the spotlight because it would be like I think it would be like kind of like a what if. Like what if she got shot down instead of Captain Marvel?
I want Loki to show up at some point.
I think they're supposed to.
I want him to show up in that, and I want him to show up in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Do you think Kang shows up if they show up?
I don't think Kang's going to show up in Multiverse of Madness because I feel like this is more mystical multiverse breaking. Whereas I feel like Kang could show up in Thor: Love and Thunder just cause. Why not?
I don't think he'll show up in. I think he'll show up in that. I think he would show up in Doctor Strange.
They could probably in the whole
even just like a
probably in the whole
or an end credit scene.
Maybe he'll show up. Maybe they'll at least address him like there's a threat. You know, one of our biggest threats is Kang.
You think John Krasinski's gonna be Mr. Fantastic?
I want.
I hope to God.
I hope he is.
That was so sick. I want to be able to not laugh just because I would think of like The Office.
That's fair.
See, I would, even though like I love The Office and everything. Like I think of him as a really good serious actor because of Quiet Place.
Oh yeah, and he played what? He did some like Amazon series where he was like
Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
I just love The Quiet Place. They're doing a third movie too.
Isn't it like totally separate?
No, it's a day one of the invasion.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
The whole movie takes place in day one, and everyone was like, "We don't need a prequel," and I was like, "It's not." And there was like, "It's not a prequel. It's day one," and they were like, they showed it, but then I was like, "Yeah, they showed it from their perspective, but like, there's a billion other people in the world that happened on that same day. You know what I mean? It could be a whole different survivors. Yeah, it could show like how the military fell, how like, everything fell. You know what I mean? Day one.
Do we think Ghost Rider shows up?
100%.
Robbie Reyes or?
I think it's gonna be Giant Blaze. Just a new casting.
I could see that.
Yeah, I did too. I think it's gonna be I hope it's the guy from The Walking Dead.
That's what the rumors are.
I could see that.
Norman Reedus would be a perfect one.
Oh, wait, we forgot one thing.
Yes, I think Deadpool shows up 100%.
We forgot one thing.
If Professor X is there.
The second Hulk movie, we were supposed to put that in here too.
Oh, incredible.
We'll say
D.
D? I don't put the second Hulk movie in D. I definitely put that C tier.
I put it C.
I definitely put it above Captain Marvel. That's for sure.
I agree with that.
Okay. Well.
I said that.
Yeah, 2-1. Hulk's above Captain Marvel.
It was 2-1 on everything, man. Tough.
I'm putting Hulk right there. You can't see it, but it's there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like that video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're going to post more tier list videos soon, and next video coming up is going to be us reviewing the newest Moon Knight episode, or the Moon Knight finale, and the Doctor Strange movie. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.